Breaking news in Whittier, where authorities are in pursuit.
That's right. Let's go to Gil Levis overhead in Sky 5 with more information. Gil.
Sharon, Micah, this pursuit started about 20 minutes ago. This is the industry sheriffs in pursuit of this white van here, wanted for reckless driving. But during this pursuit, we were hearing as we were approaching it that the driver threw out two weapons, two guns out of the vehicle during the pursuit. Those weapons have been recovered, so a very dangerous situation unfolding here. The speeds are not too high, but still a concern for the law enforcement behind the vehicle. We're going to try to get a little closer to the vehicle at this point, but right now there's an airship overhead, and they have deployed spike strips during this pursuit. They have spike strips up ahead of the vehicle right now, but he just turned into a neighborhood, it looks like, and is continuing off of Workman Mill Road into this neighborhood here. So a dangerous situation unfolding for sure. The pursuit started on the 60 freeway, or around the 60 freeway at 7th Street in the City of Industry, and moved over here into the Whittier area now as the vehicle continues. For a moment there, it was into the Rose Hills Cemetery property, made its way through the cemetery, driving on the grass at one point, and then making his way back out of the cemetery. They did have spike strips set up there, but the driver was able to go around those spike strips. Coming out now to Pioneer here, and is going to continue southbound on Pioneer here, a slow rate of speed as the airship keeps track of the vehicle.
So again, this is reckless driving is the want. This suspect, hard to say if there are any passengers in that minivan. It looks as though the windows are blacked out. There are a couple options for the suspect in this area, both the 605 and the 60 freeway. That may well have been the 605 there as he moves through in this area with several options to try and run. But fortunately, at this point, reckless driving is the want, but he is driving very slowly now, knock on wood.
Yeah, for sure. He's just making his way. You're right. That's the 605 freeway. Let me come out to a wider shot so you get a little bit of a perspective on where the driver's at right now. You see the night sunlight overhead. Now it looks like they may have gone into tracking mode here for a moment with the units pulling back and dropping back away from the vehicle. Not sure why they decided to do that at this point, but the driver not driving too fast, but definitely going on the wrong side of the road here.
Yeah, we've been watching this now for a few minutes here. It started about 25 minutes ago. This was on the 60 freeway, wanted for reckless driving. Now, obviously, failure to yield as well. I think it's interesting that this suspect was discarded two guns on this pursuit. Those guns were recovered, so he threw out two guns out the window. Who knows what else is inside this car at the moment? You know, just making his way, you know, decent speeds, 35 miles per hour. Looks like he's keeping with the speed limit there on these surface streets, but nonetheless was driving on the other side of the road, now making his way, it looks like, through another residential neighborhood.
Yeah, let me come out to a wider shot so you get a better idea of where he just turned off of Pioneer into this neighborhood once again. So very slow speeds. That's good news right now through this neighborhood. And we'll see what happens. The vehicle's blacked out, I should say. The headlights are off. And it looks like it might be, well, it's an elbow there in the road. He's going to come around. I'll pull out even wider, so we'll just keep an eye on the driver here and see where the units are at this point. They've fully dropped back, so it's just the airship right now tracking the vehicle at this point. But I imagine that if it gets back onto a surface street, they may acquire the vehicle, or if it gets on the freeway, certainly CHP is advised of the pursuit. They are keeping track of its location, and we will see what happens. Hey, Rick, I got a little exhaust.
Yeah, and as you look at the behavior of the driver and the movement of the vehicle, it would appear as though this person does not know the layout of this neighborhood. There you see authorities, again, Industry Sheriff Station initiating this pursuit. It was a reckless driving want, and now this neighborhood here adjacent to the 605. This is very close to Pico Rivera and Whittier, and you've got the 60 and 605 there, and a number of sheriff's deputy cruisers here in this neighborhood, but content to let this suspect move here, albeit slowly, which is a good thing for everyone in the area. But again, too many questions here. Who's in the car? What else might be in the car? Is the driver the lone occupant? All of this authorities are trying to determine here in real time, and always, of course, assuming the worst in a situation like this. and look at that.
Looks like they're going for a pit maneuver right there. As we try to reestablish the connection with Gil Levis there in Sky 5 and Whittier, again, there it is. They have engaged in this pursuit once again. There was a moment there that it was a following, but it looks like they've got all of their cruisers in shape. There it is.
And attempted pit maneuver. Man. Wow.
Oh, and unfortunately goes into that vehicle that was parked there, but now they got him boxed in. He's going to go right into that officer. Hard to say if the driver was in control of the vehicle there at the time, but they have the guns drawn at this point. They're not going to take any chances with this driver, but they have him pinned in here. Unfortunately, that vehicle that was parked there got hit by the vehicle. It was a very successful pit maneuver, and the officers or the deputies moved in really quick here to keep it from moving forward. So we'll see if the driver complies and comes out. But so far, it's a felony stop in progress.
And that was aggressive. We've seen a number of pursuits in recent days where they will not move in and box in a suspect vehicle even after a pit maneuver. They're just going to give it some space, depending on the agency. You know, their tactics and their approach are different. Their protocols are different, and it's up to the watch commander to make that decision. In this particular case, you see them falling back for several minutes and allowing the suspect free run in a neighborhood, and then suddenly at the flip of a switch, turning aggressive and going right in on a pit maneuver and bringing this to an end. It looks as though we might have some sort of a standoff situation here, Gil. Obviously, the commands are going to be to roll the window down, open the door, throw the keys out, put your hands out. Don't see any of that happening to this point.
No, we don't. In fact, the car surged forward there for just a second. It might be that the driver's trying to engage it into possibly into reverse, maybe putting it into park. It's hard to say, but never a good sign to see that car surge forward towards the deputies. Deputies there using a lot of restraint. The window's up, like you said, Micah and Sherry. You see the driver window is not coming down, so the driver not complying, and we could very well see a standoff here with the suspect. And they're worried about a crossfire situation with the deputies in the surrounding area. Let me come out wider so you can see the units there in the back. That's a concern for a crossfire. But look at all the number of sheriff's units here on scene of this pursuit.
Now the door's open.
Certainly a dangerous situation, and there's the door, yeah.
All right, so this is the time when we wait for the suspect to get out to comply with the officers as they're communicating with him and asking him to come out with his hands up and then over to the ground to get on the ground, and then they will take him into custody. That's what we hope will happen here. But I don't think I mean, this is a very large response, Gil. 10 police cruisers that we see out here.
Oh boy, yeah, for sure. I think what got the deputies' attention is those two guns that came out of this vehicle from a reckless driving want. You know, the want was to stop the vehicle because of reckless driving, and then suddenly two weapons come out of the window. So I'm sure that's the reason for the big response here.
Sheriff's Department industry station here engaging this suspect, and you would think some sort of communications happening here. But law enforcement, you see them, guns drawn, and the suspect refusing to get out of the car at this point. And without question, that's going to be the command, is for him to get rid of the keys and put his hands up and come out of the vehicle. We've seen this too many times to count, but we've also seen where suspects remain inside the vehicle and refuse to comply, and then you see the standoff scenario where potentially SWAT gets involved. Not to that point here. But the question remains, why is the suspect refusing to get out of the van at this point?
That's right. It's a good sign that he popped the door open, but he's not complying. He's not moving out. He's not throwing the keys out, for sure. That's one concern. That's the number one concern. Second is he's not stepping out, putting his hands up, and doing what they want him to do. So certainly a tense situation for those deputies right now as the driver still stays in the vehicle.
Again, this started half an hour ago at 5:40 this evening. This white van wanted for reckless driving, obviously failure to yield, was able to elude police for some time and then it went from the 60 freeway and ended up from the City of Industry here in Whittier. And they even tried to stop this car with spike strips in a cemetery, but he was able to manage his way out of that one. And here we had a pit maneuver that was successful, damaging, though, some parked cars, as you see there as a result. But some 10 sheriff's deputies, cruisers are out here, a number of officers with their guns drawn, and as we wait for the suspect to comply with their demands of him getting out so he can surrender safely. It looks like he's starting to do that right now.
There he goes. Yep, for sure. Hands up. That's exactly what they want him to do. Turn around, walk backwards, walk away from the vehicle. They're going to secure the vehicle, make sure no one else is in there. But first, they're going to take him into custody there, and then they'll send a team in to check the vehicle. But so far, this is a good sign. The driver finally coming out, complying, and now he's in custody.
And at least one of those deputies further arming himself, you see there just a moment ago, grabbing some sort of a shield, and it may have been the ultimatum. Look, either you come out or we're going to come over there and get you. Whatever it was, the communication worked, and the voice of reason in this suspect's head, got the better of him, and he did the right thing, come out and surrender. And no further harm, no foul, no injuries. There's obviously property damage, at least 2 cars there on the side of the road, the result of the pit maneuver that brought this pursuit to an end. But there you see the cars on the side of the road there, and those owners will be dealing with this nightmare as well, and a headache and all that goes into it with insurance companies and law enforcement here. Cleaning up this mess here as well after this suspect is brought into custody after.
Yeah, it does look like that their guns are still drawn. They haven't relaxed their stance yet, which means that there must be somebody still inside that vehicle. And it looks like there is some movement in the vehicle.
Yep.
So what do we know, Gil? Are you getting any information there? But they definitely have not relaxed their stance. They're still very much in that position to shoot.
Yeah, no doubt. I thought maybe it was clear, but it's not. We see some movement there in the door. I don't know. You might be able to see it much better than we are. We're a little distance away from it. It looks like someone there behind the driver's seat possibly that may not be coming out as they would like him to. So they're definitely in that stance there until everybody is cleared out of that vehicle. And we never heard if there was more than just the driver, so this is a bit of a surprise.
It was hard to tell. The windows are blacked out, and you can see at least one person moving there on the passenger side and crawling over into the driver's seat and on out through the door. It appears to be a female suspect here as well, along with the driver now, and this is going to be a code 4. You would think momentarily, don't know. Are there more people inside that van?
It looks like there might be somebody else in there as well. So we've got this second suspect in this car, a female making her way, surrendering, and then we're going to see whoever else is in that car hopefully do the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like there's at least a third person that's still in the vehicle. The second one being taken into custody now, and we'll see what happens or how many come out after this.
It was reckless driving initially. The list of charges has grown considerably in the amount of time since the initial attempted stop by the Sheriff's Department on the 60 freeway near 7th Avenue there, very close to Crossroads Parkway and the intersection with the 605. So all of this unfolding in that vicinity, not moving too far from that vicinity here on surface streets just off the 605 freeway, very close to Pioneer and in a residential neighborhood. Fortunately, for the duration we were over this, we didn't see high speeds at all. So while it was reckless driving was the initial one, once authorities got behind the suspect, he slowed down considerably and obviously to the degree they were able to stop him, you saw it very aggressively with that pit maneuver, and then the vehicles surrounding the suspect van. And as you see where that deputy's cruiser came to a stop, actually ramming the suspect's van. You know, oftentimes the front grille on those Sheriff's Department vehicles, as they move in now, apparently a third suspect, oftentimes the front grille will lock the car up and not allow you to back away if in fact that's what they were trying to do. But obviously at least one other person still inside this van.
And they're going for it aggressively too.
Yeah.
It's not something that you usually see, but looks like they're taking whoever it is out, dragging them out of that car right now. So let's get a look. That is unusual to see, that kind of an aggressive tactic.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say the state of the suspect. If they were coherent, if they were conscious, it's hard to say at this point. Based on what we see, it does not look as though that suspect is all with it and possibly even unconscious.
Oh, my.
Well, we're going to pull out a little wider here
Yeah.
because it looks like that person's pants are down. And now the deputies are going to search the vehicle, really having a difficult time looking through the windows. They're heavily tinted, so they're trying to get that side van door open and clear the vehicle, and there goes the door now. That third person being taken, carried actually to the squad car at this point. So 3 in custody, the driver, a female, and it looks like this might be a male also that is now being taken into custody. And we're hearing now that the vehicle is, for the most part, clear at this point. It looks like it is all done and over with.
All right, so there you have it, the end of a pursuit here in Whittier that started on 7th Street in the City of Industry, made its way through the 60 freeway, 605, and wanted for reckless driving, ends with a pit maneuver here in Whittier, damaging some cars that were parked, and then 3 suspects now in custody.
All right, Gil Levis in Sky 5, thank you.